Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a no makeup look, and this is the makeup look that I wear almost 90% of the time. This is the makeup look that I wear. If you like to see how I do my everyday no makeup look, please keep watching. Okay, so first I'm just going to moisturize my lips because they look hideous. This is just a lip balm, or kind of like a lip gloss. It's mint from Bath and Body Works. I always end up eating this. This sounds funny, but I always end up putting this on and then licking it off. So I try really hard not to do that, or I just don't get it, but yeah. So the first thing I'm going to start on is my brows, and I have a brow tutorial, but that brow tutorial is kind of more of a going out brow. I mean, you can do that every day if you wanted to, but me getting up for work and stuff like that, that's not what I do every day. So I'm just going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and I'm just going to fill it in with pencil. And I know that probably on the ends of my, ooh, let me brush them. Probably on the ends of my brows, the pencil might look too light, but you know, I kind of make it work. But I'm just gonna pencil in my eyebrows, and just like the brow tutorial, I always start from the front of the brow and then just trace out the line. Like, I can kind of see the shape of my brow. I just have hair missing and bald spots and stuff like that, but I'm just gonna trace it out, and then just kind of, you don't do one full line, kind of like do hair like strokes. So I'm just going to do that and then just fill it in. So I usually only fill in, like, I'll pencil in the front and then fill in the back, and then I'll leave the center like it is. Like, I don't add any extra product or anything to where there is hair, and that's what kind of makes it look more natural when you don't put pencil over where your hair is, because it could kind of look overfilled or too dramatic or whatever. And for an everyday look, you don't want to go for that. You want to go for a natural look, especially if you're doing a no makeup look. And then as I fill in, I'm just going to keep brushing, because I know that sometimes while I'm doing this, kind of doing my hair like strokes, it's kind of moving the hair out of place, so I have to keep turning it around and doing that. But just like the other side, brows are sisters, not twins, so sometimes I notice that my brows don't look exactly alike, and that's okay, because nobody's gonna sit there and analyze your brows unless you're a freak. If you're a freak, don't come near me. Okay, so oh gosh, they look so incredibly uneven. I still do take concealer and line the bottom part of my brow, so I'm going to take my concealer in Toffee and just apply a little bit of that on the back of my hand. And my flat definer brush from Jessup Brushes, this brush, because it came in a brush set, so I've linked this down below. It's very affordable, and I have no complaints on these brushes. So I'm just going to trace out the bottom part of my brow and kind of clean it up. And I've also kind of tested this out before I filled in my brows one day, because I was trying to try other people's brow technique to see if it was better or if I liked it even. Some people like to trace out their brows before they fill it in. And sometimes when you do that, you can kind of tell how dark or how light you need to, or how much you need to fill it in. And I tried it. I mean, it actually worked, but I don't know. I think I'm just stuck on this technique of filling it in and then kind of filling it in with the pencil, or filling it in with the pencil and then kind of carving it out and cleaning it up. Now, normally I don't like to fill in the top, or I don't like to clean up the top part of the brow, because it looks more natural whenever you don't do that. It doesn't look too perfect. And for a no makeup look, you want your brows to look as natural as possible. So I am not going to do that. I normally don't, but sometimes I do. But so I'm not going to do that. But if you do, make sure you do it with your foundation shade or even a concealer that is the same shade as you, because if you do that, then you won't have a halo over your brows. Like, it won't just look like your brows were just stuck on with a sticker or something like that. It's not going to look like that. I'm just going to take, where is it? I'm just going to take this NYX tinted brow mascara, and I'm still going to apply this. I usually use this dark one, but sometimes I do use this light one right here whenever I'm going for a more natural brow, because I don't want it to look too tinted to where it looks dark. Because whenever I don't wear makeup, as you can see, I don't know, it looks weird to me. Whenever I don't wear makeup, it looks weird. So okay, so I do still apply a mattifying primer all over my face. I like this Makeup Forever Step 1 base mattifying primer also, and just apply that all over my face. So on a daily basis, I do not apply foundation. I usually use a BB cream, and I ran out of the one that I usually use. It's usually the Maybelline one with the green top. I'll either insert a picture or link it down below for you guys to see, but I don't have any, so what I'm going to do is use a tiny bit. I've been loving this mixture for my skin. Right now I mix, I'm not this color, but right now I mix N8, and then I mixed Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation in shade 173. So I'm just going to mix both of these and then mix it together on the back of my hand and then dot it all over my face. The brush I'm going to be using is a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I cannot talk. Expert Face Brush, and I'm just going to spray it with a little bit of this Infallible Pro Matte Setting Spray. Sometimes it helps to spray the brush a little bit and get it a little damp. It kind of helps sink into your skin a little more. But so what I like to do is just tap it in. I don't tap any in under my eyes because I'm going to leave that blank, because I'm going to put a little bit of concealer. Okay, so for my concealer, I like to use my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Amande, and I'm not going to highlight too much. It's just literally going to be like a fresh face. So I'm just going to one swipe right here, anywhere that I need to conceal. And then I'm just going to kind of take some right here because I do have some discoloration. It's kind of red there. And then I'm just going to take a little right there and just right there. Okay, so I am just going to take a beauty blender. I know it's dirty. Sorry about that. Like, gross. But I am just going to take my beauty blender, spritz it with some water, and get it real damp. Kind of squeeze it to make it a little more damp, and as it gets bigger and fatter, I'm just going to take that and dab it in. So if you do want like the smallest highlight, I'm just gonna take that I'm still gonna take that Toffee shade that I use underneath my brows, and I'm just going to not even apply a whole lot, just like one swipe. And then, I mean, I know it's too much maybe, but if you still kind of want to have a semi-beat, then this is for you. Okay, so to set that, I am going to use my Maybelline translucent powder, and this is a shine free loose powder, and it's in the shade medium. And I'm just going to take a little bit on my cap, and then just take a brush, such as this one. Just kind of like a fluffy brush. Just swirl it around in there, tap off all the excess, and then just dab it in there. You want to also put this on your eyelids so that you can you won't have any creasing on your eyes. For everyday makeup, you want to make this look like you have on as less makeup as possible. So whenever you do it, try not to put on so much. Just literally just tap on the smallest amount just so you can set that concealer. And I'm also going to set that everywhere else, like my nose and my chin and everywhere that I applied the concealer. Like, this concealer is, I'm applying the smallest amount so where you can barely tell that I'm applying it in some areas. Some areas I accidentally like put too much on, but you can barely tell that I'm applying it. That's how much powder you need to use so that it can look as natural as possible. But I am gonna still use my Milani Baked Blush in Belissomo Bronze, and just take a fluffy brush. The bigger the brush, the kind of like the more blended it looks. So I'm just gonna take this brush and just brush that over my skin. Okay, so next I am going to apply my, it's a contour shade. Well, it's a powder that I use as a contour, but I'm not really gonna contour too much. I'm just going to take my Real Techniques brush, and this is the contour brush, and I'm just going to swirl that in a little bit and just do the smallest amount. Like, you can see that. That's probably all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna swirl it up. And it's just going to give my face a little more dimension. Okay, and then the last thing that I'm going to do is just apply mascara. The mascara I always use is my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. And I'm not even going to apply too much of that. I'm just going to apply like literally the smallest amount just to kind of coat my lashes, because the powder kind of caught onto my lashes and made it like a different color. So I'm just going to put a little bit on. Okay, and that's it, guys. This is all I do every day, my no makeup look. And that might have seemed like a lot of steps or even a lot of products for you, but this is what I do so that I kind of look more awake and I just look more put together and like I actually put in effort. So, but anyways, this is my no makeup look and my everyday makeup look. I'll see you guys in my next video on Monday. And yeah, that's it. Bye.